Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to it's okay. So welcome everyone back to this post-lunch workshop focusing on finance. We are honored to have with us our session chairman, Mr. Amit Agarwal, Director, Genus Apparels Limited. Mr. Agarwal, a graduate from IIM Ahmedabad. He set up his garment manufacturing company specializing in high fashion apparel for ladies and men. He's on a mission to develop utility, protective textiles, and apparel's global brand G99 by Genus. Welcome, Mr. Agarwal, and thank you very much for being with us today. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for
Thank
inviting
you,
me.
sir. Yes, sir. And let me also take this opportunity to introduce to you our first speaker for this workshop, Mr. Digvijay Singh Ehlawat, Joint Director, District MSME Center, Faridabad. Mr. Digvijay joined the government service in Haryana as Assistant Director in the Directorate of Industries and Commerce, Haryana, in October 2018. Since February 2021, he has assumed office in the newly formed Directorate of MSME as Joint Director, District MSME Center, and is looking after promotion of MSMEs in 4 districts under his jurisdiction, that is Gurugram, Faridabad, Palwal, and Nuh. A very, very warm welcome to you, Mr. Ehlawat, from all of us. I
Thank you
will,
very much, ma'am.
I will hand over the proceedings to our session chairman, Mr. Amit Agarwal, please.
Thank you, Ruchira, for the kind introduction, and thank you for giving me a chance to chair the session. The session will talk about the financial initiatives that Government of India is doing to help the textile and apparel industry. And we have an august panelist, Mr. Digvijay Singh, Joint Director, District MSME Center, Faridabad, who will share with us all the facilities that Government of India is providing in finance area. So I invite Mr. Digvijay Singh to take over the session.
A very good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Mr. Amit Agarwal, Director, Genus Apparel, and the whole team of OGTC for conducting this very fine and very required at the moment program in the form of 16th International Conference on Apparel and Home Textile. So, and this is a virtual program. This is better suited as per the present requirement, which we very well understand that being at the comfort of our office or at home, we can utilize the time to the maximum and will ensure that this session is actually beneficial to whosoever is participating. Rather than discussing general things, we will be very focused and will be to the point about discussion of whatever benefits, like financial benefits, we'll be discussing today, and we'll try our level best key whatever we are discussing, it is more or less concerned with the garment sector, because the focus of the today's meeting, the people who have joined today would be from the apparel sector, that we very well understand. So with this, I welcome all of you to this program, and I would like to thank the wonderful team at OGTC, Colonel Kapoor, and all the distinguished people for giving me this opportunity. So I'll request Mr. Amit, if you can start with the presentation.
Neeraj, you have to share the presentation. Okay, sir.
Till the time the presentation starts, let me give you a brief introduction about what the government is doing. See, the state government in Haryana is promoting industries, and specifically the promotion, we have a number of industries which are covered in the thrust sector. So for thrust sector industries, government has specific set of incentives which are available to the unit, and apparel sector is one of the thrust sectors. It is very important to understand that third sector would be at the forefront, while government would come into the well, the government is planning to promote the industry. So am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. We weren't able to hear you.
Yeah, Neeraj, there is some technical glitch.
Yes, I there is a glitch in. Can you hear me? Shall I continue?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, please continue.
Okay, perfect. Sorry for the brief disruption. So, can we move to the second slide?
Neeraj, there is some technical glitch. Hello. 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 Yes. I guess we have lost Digvijay ji.
Yeah, we'll just contact him over phone and see if he can join back. Just give us 2 minutes, please. Kindly bear with us. Yeah.
I'm really sorry for the disruption again. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Can we please move to the next slide?
The presentation is on the screen, Digvijay.
Yes.
Next
Can we
slide.
move to the slide number 2. Next
Next
slide.
slide. Yeah, Digvijay.
So, as far as the definition of MSME is concerned, every one of us must have heard this word MSME, but let me refresh you all with the what exactly consists of MSME and what doesn't come under the purview of MSME. So for MSME, there are 3 tiers, 3 pedestals of MSME. So any enterprise which falls under this classification would be covered as an MSME. One is micro enterprise, the second is a small enterprise, and the third would be medium enterprise. So most of us would know this, but still, because some people would not know, so I'll quickly run you through. Any enterprise which is having investment in plant and machinery up to 1 crore and turnover up to 5 crores would be classified as a micro enterprise. Similarly, an enterprise having investment in plant and machinery up to 10 crores and turnover not exceeding 150 crores, 50 crores would be classified as a small enterprise. And for an enterprise having investment up to 50 crores and turnover up to 250 crores would classify as a medium enterprise. So basically, for to be classified as an MSME, investment up to 50 crores in total and plant and machinery up to 250 crores, which excludes export turnover, is classified as an MSME. I hope this is clear to everyone, so we can proceed to the next slide. Thank you. So as we were talking about the thrust sector thing in the beginning, so the state government has kept a number of sectors in the thrust category. So these are the sectors which are being pushed by the government. Government is aggressive with promoting these sectors, and textile and apparel sector is one of the thrust sectors. There are total 8 sectors, out of which all the 8 are visible on your screen. But out of these, textile and apparel is one of the thrust sectors. Neeraj ji, please, next slide. So now I'll be discussing with you what all benefits, what all financial incentives are available to the enterprises which come into the thrust sector. Because as far as I understand, most of the people who have joined here would be part of the thrust sector of the state government. Next slide, please. So now I'll directly come to the incentive schemes available to thrust sectors. We need to be on the slide number 5. Yes, this one. So there are basically 2 incentive schemes of the state government as of now. One is the latest policy, Haryana Enterprise and Employment Policy 2020, which all of you can see on your computer screens. So this Haryana Enterprise and Employment Policy 2020 is also backed by another policy. We have 2 policies as of now to promote industries in the state. That is the MSME Policy 2019. So firstly, we'll discuss the Haryana Enterprise and Employment Policy. Next slide, please. This specific policy became effective from 1st of January 2021. And there are a number of financial incentives available to the entrepreneurs under this policy. So 12 of these can be seen on your computer screen. So we'll start with the first one. The first one is testing equipment assistance. So basically, as we keep on reading or we keep on listening about the incentives available to the units, so first thing that comes to mind is the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which is very popular these days. The Honorable Prime Minister has had a campaign that we should be self-sufficient and we should work towards promotion of the indigenous made product, and we should look towards import substitution. So as part of that, testing equipment assistance is one scheme in which all the units are eligible, that if you want to buy any testing machinery for your in-house quality testing, then testing machinery can be bought. So we have the details in the next slide. So we can, I think, move to the next slide so that one by one we can take the scheme. In fact, we can go directly to slide number 9. Neeraj ji, we can go directly to 9th slide. Next to next. Next. So testing equipment assistance scheme, as I was saying, this scheme is applicable for all the micro, small and medium category enterprise. The reason we discussed that what comprises of MSMEs is because some of the schemes are not available to medium enterprise. Some are available only to micro, some are applicable for micro and small. So this scheme, as in the presentation you can see, we'll discuss the schemes for which category it is applicable, and briefly I'll give you that what is there in the scheme. So in testing equipment assistance scheme, 50% subsidy of the cost of the equipment, the testing machinery that you buy, up to a maximum of 20 lakh rupees each financial year can be availed from the government. You buy the machinery, you file the claim, and then you get the reimbursement in your bank account. And this policy, this specific scheme of testing equipment is available to all the enterprises, micro, small and medium enterprise. All the enterprises can get a benefit under this scheme. One more thing that is to be clarified here, that as per the latest classification, the export turnover is not included while deciding your criteria, while deciding your category in MSME. So even if your export is over 250 crores, it will be considered zero. Only the domestic turnover and the investment in plant and machinery would be counted towards your category. So we'll move to the next slide, please. Freight assistance scheme. This scheme is specifically for the exporters because Haryana is a landlocked state and we are far away from the port. So to offset the cost, the extra cost that is borne by the industries, borne by the people who are manufacturing in the state, as compared to the people who are manufacturing, who have their factories located near to the seaport. So whatever freight charges that are to be paid by an enterprise for transporting their products, for transporting their goods from their factory located in the state to the nearest seaport, the actual freight charges or 1% of free on board value, FOB value, is reimbursed by the state government after the closing of each financial year. This scheme was there since the last policy, the Enterprise Promotion Policy 2015, and many people must have availed benefit under this scheme. So this is a directly financial incentive which can be availed by micro, small and medium. All the enterprises, all the existing MSME enterprises can avail this benefit. Next slide, please. 20 lakh is the maximum amount. 20 lakh is the maximum ceiling, maximum cap up to which we can avail this benefit of freight assistance. Next up is a scheme which is again related to improving the quality of the products manufactured in the country. So this is Quality Certification Assistance Scheme. Under this scheme, the enterprises which want to get a quality certification, be it a ISO certificate, be it a BIS certificate, WHO GMP, Z certificate, zero effect, zero defect, or a hallmark, or any kind of certification which is useful for that particular kind of industry, they can get this quality certification certificate, and the cost that goes towards the certification charges, 75% of that can be reimbursed by the enterprise. They can file for a claim, and 5 lakh rupees towards the normal certification, and for an exporter which needs a country specific expensive certification, they can get 10 lakh rupees, 75% up to 10 lakh rupees for the certification charges. So each and every unit would be requiring such kind of certification. At least ISO and all, most of the units are taking. And then at times we need to have those expensive certifications for fulfilling our export orders. Or maybe you are planning to explore a new market, a new country. So for that country, you might be requiring a specific kind of certification. So that cost can be reimbursed through this Quality Certification Assistance Scheme. So most of the units can avail benefit. All the micro, small and medium enterprise, all are eligible to avail this benefit. Next up is because of COVID, since the last 2 years, exhibitions could not actually take place at many places because the situation was such, there was a pandemic-like situation in the country as well as all over the world. So for exhibitions that we participate in the domestic market as well as internationally, one domestic exhibition and one international exhibition is reimbursed. The charges that are borne by you are reimbursed by the state government. So the scheme is Market Development Assistance. So market development assistance has two components. One is international exhibition. First, I'll discuss the international part. So for international exhibition, 75% of the cost of the expenditure that we make towards the space charges is capped at 9 square meter. It is hello.
Sorry, there is some technical glitch.
No issues, Amit ji. Shall I continue?
Yeah, I guess, please. Yes.
Yes. Please, presentation एक बार start कर लेते हैं. I'll continue from the same place. So we were talking about exhibitions. So for exhibition, we have market development assistance. And in this market development assistance scheme, one international exhibition and one domestic exhibition each financial year, we can avail the benefit. So for international exhibition, it is 75% up to 5 lakh rupees we can get for international exhibition. Basically 4 lakhs is towards the space charges capped at 9 square meter, and the display materials, the brochures, the freight charges of the shipment that we send, everything is covered. And 1 lakh rupees is towards the air ticket. Air ticket for 2 people is included towards market development assistance. And for domestic exhibition, for domestic also, we can get the benefit of market development assistance. For domestic exhibition, it is 75% up to 3.5 lakhs. 50,000 is kept for the airfare or towards the train charges, and also for the boarding charges capped at 5,000 rupees per day. And rest of the 3 lakhs can be claimed in the same way. 75% up to 9 square meters for the space charges, the display material, the brochure, whatever expenditure happens there towards the space charges and other things towards the setting up the stall, all are covered under the domestic MDA.
Digvijay, just a moment. I guess the presentation is not live. Ruchira, is the presentation not live right now?
No, sir, it's not live right now. It's not, I can't see it. It's not live right now.
Can you check with Neeraj?
I will check with Neeraj. Just give me a second, please. Yeah.
Yes, I think it will be better if the presentation is live. People will be able to understand.
It is live, please. Can you please check?
I mean, on my screen, it's not showing.
Hey, sir, it's not showing. It's stuck at some WhatsApp window.
One second.
Hanji.
एक मिनट हटा
I think I can keep on discussing till the time the
Yes, sir.
presentation
Yes, sir.
becomes live. We can have general discussion. So as COVID situation is getting better with vaccinations, अब जैसे जैसे करके exhibitions भी अभी होने लगी है.
आगे
Oh, sir,
बस can you see it now, please?
not yet.
not yet.
No. Yes, now. Yeah. Yes, it is visible now.
Yeah, we'll come to the exact. Yeah. Is it okay?
Yes, it is.
Digvijay? Okay, thank you.
क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
ये नहीं दिखना बंद हो गया था.
एक minute, sir. Yeah, okay. Sorry, sir. Digvijay, sir, you can please continue.
Okay. Next up is the same policy as we were discussing. So the conservation scheme is one scheme under which we can buy new production machinery, but it will be an energy efficient machinery. Any kind of production machine can be bought under this scheme. So production machinery, 20% reimbursement can be sought from the state government.
ये तो चार दिखा रहा है।
हाँ वो तो 4 दिखा रहा है।
Ruchira, is it okay?
हाँ जी, अभी स्क्रीन तो
Hello?
दिखाई दे रहा है, सर की आवाज अभी नहीं आ रही है।
Screen तो दिखाई दे रही है, but we are, I guess we have lost again.
Yeah, we have lost
Mute
again.
on.
Digvijay,
We have lost
one
Digvijay ji.
second. Acha, we'll just soon recover him.
Digvijay sir, is your connection a little more stable now?
Yes, it's much better
Okay,
now.
okay, sir.
So we can move to the next slide. I think exhibition we have already discussed. One international fair, one domestic fair financial year can be reimbursed. Next slide, please. Energy conservation. So the energy conservation scheme is one scheme under which we can buy. The name is actually a misnomer. It's not actually for directly for energy conservation. Any kind of expensive production machinery that a unit plans to buy, they can get it reimbursed to the state government. 20% of the cost of the machinery can be reimbursed by the state government, provided it's a new and efficient machinery. The procedure is such that an energy auditor will recommend that machinery so that it is not obsolete or a kind of machinery which is refurbished or a second-hand machinery. That is the reason it has to be an efficient machinery. But till the time
Mr. Amit Agarwal, are you there?
Yes, I am here. I'm on.
Yes, it seems we have lost Mr. Ehlawat again. What do you recommend?
He's trying to connect through his phone, Ruchira.
Okay, yes.
There's an unstable net there. I have confirmed from Mr. Digvijay, he's joining us very soon. Agarwal
Okay,
sir.
yes, okay, let's wait. No worries.
Right.
We have sufficient time.
Right, sir.
हम हमें अदर सेशंस में भी ऐसे टेक्निकल ग्लिचेस आए थे. Did we face similar glitches in the previous session?
नहीं, ये थोड़ा मेरा ख्याल है उनका जो नेट है वो थोड़ा अनस्टेबल हो गया है
अच्छा, ओके.
तो दिग्विजय का फरीदाबाद में, तो शायद वो दिक्कत आ रही है.
Yes, please. I'm really sorry. Can you hear me? Shall I continue?
Yes, we can hear you. Please continue.
Okay. So energy consumption scheme we have discussed. We can move to the next slide. This is one scheme, safety compliance scheme, which is beneficial to all the textile and apparel units because it is a combustible product. Whatever clothing is there, it can always catch fire. So it is very important that we have the highest standard of the safety equipment. By safety equipment, I am speaking about, next slide, please. We are discussing the safety compliance scheme. So by safety equipment, I mean the fire safety equipment. So for any micro, small and medium enterprise, for all the enterprises, they are eligible for upgradation of fire safety equipment or for installation of new fire safety equipment. They can get 75% for the audit charges. The safety auditor will visit the premises. They will recommend for the audit charges 75% and 50% up to 5 lakh rupees towards the fire safety equipment that they get installed in their premises. So this is one scheme which all the textile and apparel people, they should be going forward with, and it is available to all the existing MSME units. Next slide, please. Water conservation scheme. This is one scheme, like in textile and apparel industries. If we speak about the washing activities, whatever process in our manufacturing area happens where water is consumed, if there is a machinery which we are planning to install, which consumes water, which conserves water, which saves water. So for saving of water which is consumed by in the production process, we can avail the water conservation scheme in which an audit will be done by an ISO certified water auditor. They will recommend the machinery which is to be replaced, a new machinery which consumes less water. So 50% up to 20 lakh rupees we can get towards the machinery which is replaced, towards the water efficient machinery. Water saving should be there by installing that machinery. Next slide, please. Technology acquisition scheme. This is one unique scheme. So if you are planning to buy any machinery which is first of its kind, which is not available in the country, so for those kind of machinery from if you get it imported from outside, or even if you buy from India, but it should be first of its kind, then 75% of the cost of the technology up to 50 lakh rupees we can get reimbursed towards technology acquisition. Though this scheme is not too relevant for the textile and apparel units because such kind of technology is not normally needed. It's a labor intensive industry. But still, if there is any unit which is planning and it is applicable for micro, small and medium, all kind of units. Next slide, please. So if somebody is planning, this is the credit rating subsidy. If a unit is planning to get their credit rating done, so for the charges which goes towards the credit rating, 75% up to 2 lakh rupees can be reimbursed towards the credit rating charges. Whatever expenses are borne, and this credit rating can be carried out by SIDBI or any government accredited agency. So this scheme can be availed by micro, small, medium, all kind of enterprises. So this is the scheme. Next, please. R&D centers. This scheme is also not directly applicable. This would not be beneficial for all the units, but yes, if somebody is planning to do something new in this line, if something R&D is going to take place in your unit, then you can avail the benefit of R&D. Previous slide, please. Previous slide. R&D. The number 10, Research and Development Center scheme. So for research and development activities, any new kind of products are being, if you are planning to make any new kind of garments, any new kind of clothes, or any new kind of technology that you are going to implement. So for your R&D setup, 50% of the project cost up to 5 crore rupees, we can get as R&D center subsidy. This is applicable to micro, small and medium, all the kind of enterprises. Next, please. State Mini Cluster Development Scheme. This is one scheme which is very useful and very beneficial for the textile and apparel units. All the textile and apparel units get benefit under this scheme. This is a different scheme as compared to the ones that we have already discussed, because whatever scheme we have discussed as of now, they are for individual units. As an individual enterprise, you can get benefit under those schemes. But for State Mini Cluster Scheme, as per the name, you can very well understand it is applicable for a cluster. That is the number of people coming together and they decide that they'll form a cluster because similar kind of products are being manufactured by those units, or they are undergoing the similar process of their production. So either the output product is same or the production is same. For garment units, it will anyways be the similar. So for 15 units, if they come together and they come to us for setting up a cluster, then they can get benefit under State Mini Cluster Development Scheme. Under this scheme, 90% of the project cost, whatever machinery those units would be needing, 90% of the project cost would be funded by the government, and only 10% is to be contributed by the special purpose vehicle found for this purpose. So in this scheme, up to 5 crore rupees benefit can be availed by those units which come together. Any kind of machinery those units need to buy for their whatever is as per their requirement, and 90% of 10% is to be paid by those 15 units, those which are availing this thing. Next, please. Next, please. We are done with State Mini Cluster. Number 12, State Award for Outstanding Entrepreneur. So since you have already been engaged into manufacturing for a number of years, most of the people who are here, they have been into manufacturing. So there is an award by the state government for outstanding entrepreneur, as the name suggests, in manufacturing activity. So one state award of 5 lakh rupees is given for micro and small enterprises. For publicity is also done for applications. We invite applications online, and through a subjective criteria, the applications are scrutinized. And for agro processing, automobile, auto part, textile, all these units, textiles is also one of the fields in which MSME state award is given. This is a prestigious event in which an award is given to the outstanding MSME on the basis of criteria. Next, please. State Credit Linked Interest Subsidy for Technology Upgradation. So this is a new scheme which has been notified on 11th of October 2021. So very recently, last month only, this has been notified. So in this scheme, the state government will provide interest subsidy of 5% in A and B block. Faridabad comes in block A, Gurugram comes in block A. Rest of the area, like the neighboring area, be it Palwa, हाँ जी कपूर साहब, हेलो। Yes. So the next scheme is State Award for state awards are given. So for out of those 7 criteria, there is textile is also one of the sector in which state award is given. Slide number 14, please. Again, we invite in this award is given. 5 lakh rupees is the incentive which is given by the state government, and again it is given in a prestigious program. So we can go to the next slide, slide number 15, please. Assistance under Export Credit Guarantee Corporation scheme. So there is a reimbursement of 50% of this is price which are engaged in, please, very simple and small incentive by the government. Slide number 16, 16 number point, sorry. Collateral free credit should be doing. There is a scheme called Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro Enterprises, CGTMSE, it is generally known as, which is a collateral free credit available to micro and small units. So for availing this collateral free loan from the banks, there is a certain amount of fee which is charged by the banks. So that fee is basically reimbursed in case somebody is taking credit under this CGTMSE scheme, Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro Enterprise. That fee that is charged by the bank or financial institution, 100% of the fee is reimbursed by the government. It is only for the micro enterprise. Next, please. Export State Awards. So State Export Award, this is simple. Those people who are exporting, they are engaged in exporting. So they can avail the State Export Award. And in the State Export Award, outstanding exporter is given an award of 5 lakh rupees. For women, it is again 5 lakh rupees. One award is there. One is for social category SC, and consolation prizes of 51,000 are given. Applications are invited annually, and people who are into export, they should apply. Next, please. Assistance for waste management. Okay, this is one scheme which is totally different from textile and apparel. Still, I got this included in today's presentation because if somebody is planning to diversify, the government has come up with an extraordinary scheme for waste management, for e-waste management basically. For ESDM sector, if somebody is planning to recycle the e-waste, then for new projects in the state, anywhere in the state, in any category, be it MSME, be it non-MSME, 50% of the project cost up to 50 crore rupees would be the cost which will be reimbursed by the state government. This is the incentive provided by the state government. So a huge impetus is now on how the waste can be recycled. So anyone planning to get into e-waste recycling, e-waste management, they can get in touch with us. So this is also a scheme which was notified last month only. And 25% of the land and building costs can also be reimbursed in this. So now next we'll discuss the incentives which are available for new enterprises. If somebody is planning to start a new enterprise or to have an expansion of the existing enterprise in a backward area in the state, there are some very great, very huge incentives available to the unit. So we'll discuss those incentives now as part of both the policy, HEAP 2020 as well as Haryana MSME policy. Next, please. Next slide, please. We can go even to the next one. Next slide. First is electricity duty exemption. It is a small component of the electricity bill, 100% exemption for the 7 years in A and B category. Next, please. We'll discuss the bigger one. So any new investment, if somebody is planning to buy a piece of land in backward area like IMT Sona or in Palwal, Prithla, Bagola, any of this area which is considered industrially backward. So for that, up to 100% of the stamp duty charges that you pay towards the purchase of the land, up to 100% of the stamp duty charges can be reimbursed. So next, please. This is for micro, small, medium, all the enterprise. I'll repeat again, these benefits are available only for new investment. employment generation subsidy. So for the new units, they'll start getting the stamp duty refund. And the second point is employment generation subsidy. So for those employees that you are engaging in your units, if they have a valid proof that they are staying in the state for more than 5 years, they are eligible to get this benefit. That's up to 48,000 rupees per person per year for SC or women category, and up to 36,000 per person per year for general category. You can get as reimbursement towards the employment, because government sector has huge employment numbers. So this is a very big incentive which is available to those units which are new units which are being set up. So this also includes the contractual employees that you keep. So this is one very big benefit for the government units, which the government has recently announced. And we'll go to the next slide now. Interest subsidy. For new micro and small enterprise, there is also interest subsidy that if you take credit from the bank, 5% of the interest charges that you pay up to a turnover of 20 lakh for the first 3 years, you can get in reimbursed. And for the thrust sector, because apparel and textile sector is a thrust sector, 6% up to 20 lakh rupees can be reimbursed for the loan. This is also for new units that set up in the state, in backward areas. Next, please. And this is also a major area in which government is working on, because in NCR area, it is very important, because pollution is one of the important factors while deciding where to set up the unit. So for all the micro, small and medium enterprise, there is a scheme called Assistance for Environment Compliance, in which the ETP plants, the effluent treatment plants, which are to be set up by government units, normally which is required by the pollution department, the HSPCB department, 50% of the cost of the ETP plants for new units, up to 50 lakh rupees, can be reimbursed for setting up of ETP plants. And in case we plan to go for zero liquid discharge, it can go even up to 1 crore. So 75% up to 1 crore rupees we can get for new projects in which ETP plant is being set up, but that has to be zero liquid discharge. For normal, it is 50 lakh, normal ETP 50 lakh, and for zero liquid discharge, it can go up to 1 crore. Next, please. So this is the end of the slide. So I hope whatever we discussed, it would be of some use. And let me clarify that if you want to go through the policies, if you .Haryana Industries, sorry, it is not MSME.Haryana Industries. Hello, am I audible, Amitji?
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay.
Can you repeat where the policy is available?
Yes. Very important point. So the website where we can read the policy is www.Haryana Industries, HARYANA, Haryana Industries.gov.in. .gov.in. And to apply for any of the incentives that we have discussed here, the standard portal is www.investharyana, invest Haryana, HARYANA.in, investharyana.in. And for reading the scheme specifically related to MSME, there is third website, MSME. I'll have to check this. Let me just repeat this, msme.haryana.gov.in. For reading MSME related specific schemes, msme.haryana.gov.in. And I'll also share my contact number in case somebody wants to contact me directly, preferably on WhatsApp or even on call if there is an exigency. My contact number is 97178 08427. I'll repeat it again, 97178 08427. Digvijay Singh. So with this, I would like to thank you all for your patience, and especially because of the poor connection. I don't know, I was really unlucky today. So normally the connection is good, but whenever we need it the most, it becomes the worst. So thank you once again for your time. Now I'll hand it over to Mr. Amit
So Ruchira, do we have any question and answer session? How do we handle it?
Sir, the questions could have been put on the chat. I don't see any questions here though right now.
Develop platform.
We'll go for that. Sir, I don't see any
Develop platform.
questions right now.
So shall I make the concluding remarks?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So thank you, Digvijay ji. Thank you for sharing all the information about all the incentives given by the Haryana government. I also came to know about many things. I never knew that so many schemes are being run by the government.
Actually,
Although there
new
are no,
keep on being introduced by the government, so we should keep in close with so that actually the information can be disseminated. It can reach to the people who are actually get benefits from those, because we don't.
yeah,
Where we can directly with the people who would be utilizing those schemes.
yeah. So it was very informative for me as well. I'm sure the other audience must have also, the other audience must have also got new information. So although there are no questions, so I need to make some suggestions if I can make.
Yes,
sir.
please.
I'll suggest that you should advertise the incentives in a more proper way. I don't know how you can advertise them so that entrepreneurs can get to know about them. And one suggestion is we should make the implementation of these schemes easy. Sometimes the implementation is so cumbersome that as an entrepreneur, we hesitate to avail the scheme. We don't know how much paperwork we need to do. And so rather than making that effort, we are not able to avail the schemes. That's all I wanted to say about the.
It's a very valid point, Amit ji, and we'll definitely try to improve as far as possible. We'll at least try to improve whatever we have right now. And this thing is to, as far as advertising is concerned, we are normally so preoccupied in our day-to-day affairs that it's very difficult to actually have, and we don't have a dedicated team which will percolate the information, but we'll definitely try. And as far as ease of doing business or ease of getting any kind of service done, that is also a very crucial factor. We take it very seriously and we'll try to improvise on that part. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Digvijay ji.
I would
Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Digvijay Singh, on behalf of OGTC, thank you very much, sir. This is a very real problem with this virtual platform. Anytime technology can start bothering us, but I know it was a lot of trouble for you, but you came across very well. Thank you so much. I would also like to thank Mr. Amit Agarwal. Thank you, sir, for chairing this session. Thank you very much. And now for the second speaker of this session, we will join the other link now.
Okay.
And we leave this and join the other link, please.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, delegates.
Thank
See you on the
Thank
other
you.
side.
Good day to all. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll see you on the other side, please.